There are a lot of pressure points that are hitting on our agri-food systems today, and especially in the Mediterranean, from climate change, wars, political instability.
From conflict to drought and water scarcity.
A lot of people are working to tackle these challenges, growing challenges.
Results are still falling short.
It is quite obvious that we are not managing to hit these goals.
And this doesn't help us achieve the impacts that we're trying to achieve.
We tend to miss the population which are more vulnerable. We need to make sure that those voices are heard.
We are all interconnected. We are all part of the same web,
where all the threads matter.
Adopting a system approach means bringing people together, listening to maybe the stakeholders that we're not used to discuss with.
We've gone a long way since we started to discuss and we started to set up this SFS-MED platform. First with regional partners, SIAM, UFM, Prima, then expanding other partners, expanding to other participants, going to country level and working with you in countries, but also in cities. And always the goal has been to develop and to nurture this community of stakeholders, to share knowledge, experiences, to share skills, but especially to learn from each other about how agri-food systems how agri-food systems are changing, and how can we influence positive change in agri-food systems.
It's a very important platform that brings the knowledge sharing, the know-how, the best practices, what works well, what needs more identification to be improved in order to understand how it has been performed in countries and what should be done in order to take it into another stage of support and to take it to country and country offices to be customized to the context of those countries as well.
The dialogue on the sustainable food systems and this activity today here in Rome, it's a culmination of the activities that are undertaken by at least 3 countries in the Mediterranean area, including Albania, Morocco, and Jordan.
We are today aware about the pressure on the food system and our food system, not only in Morocco but in the Mediterranean countries. We are one block.
Nobody can produce all the needed food and commodities in his or her country. Why? Because we have the climatic conditions, as I mentioned. We need the energy. We need also the soil, the land, in addition to the fertilizers, to all the inputs that are needed. So that's why the complementarity is important.
We must transform our food system to build our resilience.
The achievements through the project are really nice ones because we have managed to bring together different actors that have contributed through intensive and dynamic dialogues on how to improve the sustainable food systems.
They help us to elaborate a model. We designed a hub or a steering committee composed with the key government agencies involved in food system transformation. And they help us also to develop a vision and how to be inclusive for all stakeholders involved in food system transformation.
The idea behind knowledge sharing is to share different experiences, positive and negative. During knowledge sharing, we share different visions and different perspectives to learn from each other. And that would bring us to think beyond the comfort zone and to bring new ideas. And in addition, to implement what we have been learning. It's not enough to share the knowledge. So part of that is to follow up on the knowledge sharing by monitoring. That's important to capitalize and to sensitize on what has been done. Raising awareness for audiences, for relevant stakeholders is important, and to accelerate the changes by understanding the lessons learned from the gaps and from the good practices.
We learned a lot. We see that there is a need to go back to our region, to our areas, to make them more productive, to use them again, because many people, they left their rural areas, their production areas, because they look into maybe more comfortable life in the city. While if we make the rural areas more viable, people will go back again. There are ways, there are mechanization, there are digitalization, there is research and innovation, we can do it, and we can do it sustainably.
Well, actually, innovation, it's a very important aspect in dealing with the transforming food systems. And that's how you can serve the smallholder farmers, that's how you serve the young generation. With the use of digitalization, we can solve many problems, and at the same time, we can help the farmers with their processes, with the work they are doing in order to get a high value of their products and good money to come back to the farmers from their work.
And also we have the technology to help us also telling the story in a different manner. So using somehow the storytelling and using the power of the visual, infographics, videos, as we are doing now, it's also something that can help policymakers and also media and communication to raise the bar on certain issues and translate into solutions.
Most of the innovations are not coming from the food sector itself. They come at the interfaces with others. So we need to have legal experts, we need to have logistic experts, we need to have experts in sensor science to monitor what's taking place. We need to have experts in climate conditioning. We need to have experts in energy provision. But we need to do that in an orchestrated way, I think, really jointly with the actors of different groups. We need to speak a common language, and we need to have the objective commonly defined.
The program is also consolidating the commitment towards system change, and the program is amplifying and leveraging the capacities that exist inside the system and making them emerge and flourish so that we can tackle challenges together.
Shared learning is not just about the learning part, it's really this connection, this making the connections and this opening the space for collaboration. The space we have here is almost a magical space because I think we are all really talking very honestly from our own perspective without necessarily like a high level or a political dimension. We are really expressing our doubts, expressing our questions, expressing our weaknesses also in some cases in knowing how to answer, but then bringing them together to answer together.
I'm paraphrasing Margaret Mead with never underestimate the power of a group of committed citizens, but they have to have an enabling environment.
I'm hopeful that we will amplify the power of the network, learn from each other, and deliver together.
So this is why also the shared learning is not just learning and knowing from others, but really collaboration, innovation, because this is how innovation comes, bringing together the different perspectives. And this is a bit what the spaces that we have wanted to create also through the SFS-MED in the Mediterranean region as a region, but also in some of the countries.
Working as a system means breaking the barriers and come together from multiple sectors between agriculture, food, tourism, and nutrition to work all together for the care and the health of our planet and our people.
By bringing everyone together, we can get to the solutions that we need to really transform our food systems in an integrated and inclusive way.